Here is not a street. In Onitsha, the commercial now center east of the Niger, neither is it a street. In Awada, a major business hub in Anambra State, nor is it a street in the industrial hub of Nnewi. But I'm standing right here in Umuezanam, a supposed sleepy community in Anambra West local government area. Umuezanam, one of the 8 communities that make up Anam in Anambra West local government area, is predominantly an agrarian settlement. It is bounded to the east by the Omambala River, from which Anambra State derives its name, separating it from neighboring communities including Umweri, Aguleri, Umuobanam, Nsugbe, and Onitsha. To the north lies Iyoranam across the Ezichi River, while Myatanam borders it to the northwest, and Orometiti, Umuenwelum, and Umuiku Anam to the west. Speaking with Rapid TV News, prominent community leaders, including the chairman of Umuava village, Chukwuemeka Nnemeka, explained that Umuezanam sits below sea level, making it highly vulnerable to annual flooding during the rainy season. Community elders traced the origin of the numerous multi-story buildings to the devastating 1958 flood, which forced residents to adopt elevated structures as a practical way to protect their families and property from recurring floods.
The reason is not as a result of wealth as such, even though wealth is part of it. Because if you don't have the resources, you may not be able to build it. But the major cause of it is that Anam, as a community, situates on the lower plane of the Niger-Anambra River. Anam is a peninsula bounded by three major rivers. You have the Omambala River, that's Anambra River, by the east. You have the River Niger through the west. And both of them had their confluence at the tip of Anam there. That's close to Onitsha, where the 2 rivers joined. So from Onitsha, if you look at Anam side, you will be seeing a land floating that appears to be floating on the river.
It was in the year 1958. 1958, we call that a flood Ijeni. That was the highest flood before. But the last one is 2012.
We are stay for water. Starting from after June, July, August, you will see water will reach everywhere.
The residents said agriculture remains their major source of income, with large quantities of farm produce supplied to markets across Nigeria.
We are the food baskets of Anambra. And you know, in the early days, where you see the richest people are amongst farmers. That is where our people got their resources to build their houses. We farm on yam, large scale, not yam, cassava, potatoes, rice, vegetables, anything you can think of.
We are farmers. Most of the house you see now, the farmers build it.
Our people no go school so much, but we there for farmer. Now it make us to get money.
Despite the agricultural sources, chairman of Umuava village lamented that farmers continue to suffer huge post-harvest losses during flooding due to the absence of modern storage facilities. He appealed to Anambra State government to provide storage infrastructure, training, and financial support to help farmers maximize profit and reduce waste.
Once flood comes, normally towards the end of August, September and October, it forces farmers to harvest their crops. And because there is no proper storage facilities, they flood the markets with these crops and crashes the prices, so that people will now buy it and begin to store it to make more profit than the actual farmers.
He maintained that with adequate investment in storage and agricultural value chains, farm produce from Umezanam and neighboring Anam communities could significantly reduce food prices across Anambra State and Southeast in general. From Umezanam, in Anambra West local government area of Anambra State, John Ogwejofo, Rapid TV News.